All right, so I want to review the Brooks Autosports Pannier system for the 13 and on, I guess, 13 to 17 R1200GS BMW. And just got them in the mail today and want to show you a little bit what they look like as they came packaged. And then we'll open them up and show how they were boxed, and you can take a look and see how they arrived to me, and then we'll go over the install and whatnot on the machine. So let's get to that. All right, so this is how they arrived to me. Obviously, Brooks sells the a knockoff of the default BMW case, and obviously made in China. But the box, as I opened up the other ones, the box seems to have held up really well. It's packaged and secured really well. So let me show you that real quick. So just want to show you that it's a box inside of a box. So we'll go ahead and pull these out. And that reveals the pannier itself. And then we'll go ahead and pull this out. All right. So this is obviously the one for the exhaust side. But still a really nice case. Let's open this up. And then we'll go through the install on the bike and take a look how that shakes out. All right, so I want to make a quick note. Rear seat has to come off. Once the rear seat's off, we're going to be working with this bolt here and this bolt here, and both of those come off. And then the brackets that are supplied with the rack, mine were on incorrectly, but the longer one goes in the front, and then the shorter one goes in the back. That lines up much better. And then this foot peg bolt right here, which I think also allows mounting of the factory Vario cases. This bolt needs to come out, and then the rack will slide in between that section there. I'm having a really hard time getting that bolt out, but that's currently where I'm at. All right, so here's a picture of what they look like on the machine. I got to be honest, guys, that it was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. Getting these on the bike. I feel like they're really good quality. I think they'll stand up. They're a little bit heavier probably than the BMW boxes, but they're really solid and sturdy. I'm pretty happy with them. I want to make note that when you install the bracket for the carrier, there's some bolts up here that you put on. So you take off the factory bolts, retain the bolt there, and then slip this bracket in that comes down for the rack. The hardest part for me, first of all, these two passenger foot peg bolts into the frame of the bike are extremely difficult to get out. And then beyond that, you need to remove this bolt and bracket for the exhaust hanger for when you're installing the rail. So you loosen these two bolts, you slide the passenger foot peg down a little bit, do the same thing on the other side of the bike, but then getting this bolt back in with the rack and everything else, it was really difficult. Took a lot of time, a lot longer than I thought. I ended up actually having to pull the exhaust. I don't know that you have to do that if you have the right size T40 bit to get in here. I didn't have something that was shallow enough to reach these with a socket. So I actually ended up pulling the exhaust and whatnot. Took a lot longer than I thought it should. But that's just a note of how I did it. The other thing to note here is The insides of the boxes are great. For the top case here, there's a puck that lines up also with a hole in the bottom of the rack. Let's see if we can see that. You can hopefully see that in the back there. This bolt that protrudes through here the case and allows you to lock that in, so it can't be just removed. Great top case, really happy with that. The side cases as well are great. If you've ever seen a Tour Tech setup, it's the same thing, the idea of the puck. And so the way this works is the bags will actually, back here there's a little lip that mounts to the frame of the rack, and then the top slides in, and you've got a couple of retainer pieces, the silver piece that sticks straight up. And then that locks into place inside of the case via these pucks and nylon lock washers. Like I said, again, super happy with the construction and quality of the boxes. All right, so super happy with the quality and construction. The rack is solid and seems like it's going to hold up really well. The bags are a little bit heavier than I anticipated them to be. They're probably slightly heavier than a default BMW bag. When I have the bike on the kickstand and I hop up onto the bike, the bike will, teeter back onto the rear wheel, which I guess it would do that before. So just something to be aware of as you think about the Brooks Autosports bags. Their customer support is fantastic. I've emailed, every time I email, I get a response back from somebody named Lisa. And her responses are extremely quick and efficient. But just remember, I asked for some install instructions, no install instructions with the bags. And so the response was, well, here's some pictures of how it should look. It's not that difficult to get them on the bike. Other than that note with the exhaust hanger that I mentioned, but some general instructions would have been a little bit nice. Given these an overall, for me, for the money, $1,200 in that ballpark from Amazon. I'll put a link in the description of the video here, but $1,250 I think shipped. Given these kind of a solid 7 out of 10, I think the value is really good. I do think that the rack detracts from the experience, but hope you enjoyed the video. Please be sure to leave a thumbs or a thumbs up or share this with some friends that might be interested on putting these Brooks Autosports bags on a 1200GS. I saw lots of videos covering the GSA, and I wanted to make one that covered just the GS. So hope you enjoy it, and we'll see you next time.